Good morning. My name is Andria Herr, and I am the Vice Chairman of the County Commission, and I am here today to help celebrate this momentous occasion. We appreciate all of you being here as well. It's wonderful to see such a great turnout with several friends in the audience. I just caught a couple faces that I didn't get to say hi to this morning that support our county so significantly and continuously. I'd like to recognize some community leaders that are here, and I'm doing a look out over the audience. There is one here that I absolutely am indebted to. He is the chairman of our board. He does a great job for Seminole County, and he is also wearing the Central Florida Home for Good uniform for the day. So, Chairman J. Zembower. Members of the county manager's office and county attorney's office, if you're here, if you would do a stand-up. The work that you do is amazing, and it helped us get here today. And I'm looking at you, Allison, so I consider your team part of the county manager's office. Stand up and be recognized, ladies. All of you. This is our community services team, and they do the work to make sure that members of our community that need help get it. And they get it effectively. Today we're celebrating, and I'm just gonna shout out and say that I love the little voices in the front row. They are why we're here. So, the moms are up here scrambling and working to get stuff given to them. I will talk over those babies anytime. You keep them right there. We are here today to open 10 additional 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom units that are affordable housing for our community. Seminole County's Community Services was able to utilize the HOME and HOME-ARP funding to create this opportunity in the community, providing $1.6 million in funding for the Sanford Courtyard project, the one that we're standing. To be clear, this portion of this complex. The other portion of the complex was built separately. That's why it's so important that we continue to invest in affordable housing. And I'm going to just call it out again. It's those little voices as to why it's that important. We want residents across our county to have access to safe, stable, and dignified housing. This is 10 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartments, and they've been added to our inventory. As a commissioner in the district, I could not be happier to celebrate this today with all of you. As a neighbor in this community, I'm actually happier than as a commissioner in this district. That's my second hat. I'm a neighbor first. It's actually probably my third hat. Fourth, fifth, I don't know. Mom first, right? All those rules. But the fact that we're investing in communities like this, and this one is special, and I'm probably going to deviate and tell a little story and go off script. We're joined by our partners today, and one of them is going to speak. Bob Turnage is going to speak, but then Kim Vogel is going to speak. And I'm going to stop and just tell a little story. So Kim and I grew up in the same industry. We're insurance people. We love it. We do. I still do. We do good work in that industry, and we're there when people need us the most. But she saw a need in the community and went all in. And when you talk about guts, this is a woman who saw a need, has never been in this business before, decided to cash in 401k funding and say, I'm all in. And we are all in with you. So she's been doing this passionately since 2019. Some of us that knew her thought she might be a little crazy for what she did. And now we realize that she is visionary, an amazing partner to the government entities that help get here, including the city of Sanford and the county, and absolutely outstanding with the residents. I had the opportunity to tour yesterday, and there was a young man heading out to the bus stop, a middle schooler, and she literally stopped what we were doing, sat and chatted with the young man, introduced me, and pointed out to him that she's got tutoring available, she's got services available, and he is never to go with need without coming to her first. That creates a different trajectory for that young man. And I'm going to guess these two young little girls. With that, I have gone way off script. Bob actually had to sit down. Bob, I would love to introduce you and have you tell the rest of this story here.
I'm Bob Turnage. I'm chairman of the board of Central Florida Home for Good. Once Joanne and I, my wife right here, who puts up with me and all this stuff I do. Yeah. We retired early. We're in information systems consulting and knew we would not want to stay in that in our 60s. I got involved because of Brenda Carey, a neighbor of ours, trying to help the homeless, which I really wanted to do and discovered it's hard to do. To really come up with solutions is difficult. A good friend who helped me out, Carol Wick, said you need to look at outcomes, not outputs. It's easy to put out outputs. It's hard to change outcomes. So briefly, I spent about a year chairman of the board, Rescue Outreach Mission. I see Chris Ham here somewhere. Over here. Yeah, it seemed like 5 years, but it was only a year. Chris is doing a fantastic job there. Then I spent time on the board at the Sharing Center, Oasis walk-in facility for homeless, the pantry. So I still volunteer at the pantry. And I also helped get their effort started to build 80 low-income units. We had moved in the same circles. Kim was volunteering and some of the same organizations, different times. We sat together on Seminole County Planning and Zoning Commission, and I heard what she was doing over here with Sanford Courtyard, which we now call Phase 1. So that's fantastic. I said, if you need any help, and she's like, no. I was like, no, I have to do it myself. I think she stomped her foot. She had never built anything. Her general contractor walked out before the whole complex was finished, but she, using her own retirement savings, got it started, got it done, and it was amazing. And then we were talking, and she said, "Okay, I've got this built. I want to continue this. I want to build an organization. Will you come serve on the board?" And then she asked me to be board chairman. Well, friends like Martha and Carol Wick said, "Oh, do you have a strategic plan?" Well, no. So it's hard for me to take that much responsibility without knowing what our goals are. So we brought in Carol Wick, had a very successful strategic planning session, put together a 5-year plan with goals at 2 and 3 years, put together a succession plan, and then in March I accepted the position of chairman. And since then, we have built a more of an organization. We've fleshed out the board. We now have 8 board members, 3 or 4 on committees, which are very active. We've built out a finance committee, fundraising committee, facilities, governance, rewritten the bylaws. We have a very good plan for fundraising. We have 3 different tiers. We have a database of about 5,000 people that we're going to hit carefully. We're going to do it in a very careful manner, but build up our base of individuals and corporations. Kim's done a fantastic job of finding government funding, but now we need to supplement that with support from the community, from corporations, and that's well underway. Where's Craig? Over here. Craig heads up our fundraising committee, is on the board, and it's doing a fantastic job. Half the time it's like, Craig, wait, we can't do that today. We'll do it tomorrow. Well, I want to do it today. So we have a great board. We have very active people. We're still looking for more active board members. We're looking for land. We need more land. The way it works, we couldn't have done this if Kim hadn't bought the land. With the land, with proof of concept, the government entities are more open to funding us, because it's not, oh, I have a great idea. Can you give me $1 million? Well, no, we have the land. We have the building. We want to do the same thing. We like this concept. It's 10 units. We could do 12 depending on zoning. It increases people's income. Where's Babette? Babette is our fractional COO. She's just fantastic. We're so lucky to have her. We were looking at renewing leases because everyone has increased their salary, average of 50% in the last year, just because they have stable housing. The crime rate, Sheriff Lima did a survey of all the multifamily housing units in Sanford. He called up Kim and said, "You have no 911 calls. None." Family reunification. We've had women from domestic abuse shelters come here. They get settled in. They get reunified with their children. They regain custody of their children. They're working, they get a better job. I think the size helps that. Throw myself under the bus. I became bored. Kim was like, well, I need to spend money on redoing the sprinkler system. And it's like, I can do that. I've had a house for 40 years. So I pull up in my truck, I get my ladder out. Miss Vicky, who was in 101, she comes out of her, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" I said, "Hi, I'm Bob Turnage. I'm new on the board." She's like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, no, that's what we need. So who is Kim Fogel? I'm going to let her talk about herself, but Kim is focused on faith and family. She has boundless energy. She loves helping people. She's smart, loves to talk. I may have to, yeah. Stubborn, does not take no for an answer. But I'm proud to call Kim my friend and colleague. Kim.
Well, hi, I'm Kim Fogel. They've said it all. Oh my gosh, my son's here, and give me a break. He surprised me from California. Okay, deep breath. Okay. So, yes, we have a problem, guys. Well, I've got a problem. I guess I talk a lot. Can you hear me? I guess I talk a lot. So, I've written everything down. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, that's my son. But anyway, so I've written everything down, but this is the deal. If I forget to thank someone, it is Bob's fault because he told me I talk too much. But let me tell you about Bob, because Bob, I could not ask for a better board chair. He leads by example in every way. And again, he talked about the hands-on things. He has installed ceiling fans. He's fixed stoves because we're a nonprofit. We can't pay retail prices for repair. He's even taught self-defense classes, which that was fun. That was a lot of fun. But bottom line, he leads our board with wisdom and with heart. Andria, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for speaking, and thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I thank all of the commissioners. We would not be here today if it wasn't for Seminole County. Seminole County is our most vested and caring partner. So what's the logo for Seminole County? Seminole County Nature's Choice? Oh, okay. Effective immediately. Where's Channel 9 and the other? It's Seminole Cares, okay? Because not only did the commissioners vote unanimously to support us, I had a team of people walk with us side by side through the construction process. Benito, Lachey, Tadine, Stacy, stand up, all led by Allison. Allison, get up. Let me tell you about these people. They are the whole, excuse me?
Really?
Yes, they are the whole package. To be transparent, I was nervous about doing government funding. I had heard stories about just how it can be hard to get that federal funding passed down, federally, state, county. These people are organized, smart, very detail-oriented. They made the process so smooth. The reimbursement checks came Do I want to publish that? They came quicker than the construction team and I thought. But really for me, each and every one of them made it fun. Because let me just, if you don't know construction, it's not fun. It's not. Don't do it. Right, Penny? If you don't have to do it, don't do it. But they make it fun. You guys can sit down now. Thank you, my fun team. And thank you to the rest. I'm looking out at all these people I love so much that each and every one of you have contributed. You know, this is a very special day for Central Florida Home for Good. With the opening of Phase 2, we are taking steps towards our goal of our mission of providing safe, quality, and affordable housing throughout Central Florida. So we're just getting started, gang. We're just getting started. You know, what we do is really simple at its core. We build and we manage. But how we do it and who we do it for, I think that's what makes us unique. So we are all about partnerships. When I formed the nonprofit, I had volunteered with so many amazing nonprofits. Habitat for Humanity, Dave's House, the Sharing Center, on, Rescue Outreach Mission. And I saw the incredible, amazing work they did with their sector of people stuck in poverty. What was missing? Housing. But what I said to myself is that I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to recreate all these programs. We're going to stick to building, and then we're going to partner. We'll partner with these nonprofits. So I'd love our nonprofit partners to stand up, please. Will you guys stand up? Some of them are already standing. Ara from Angels of Mercy is talking. Excuse me. So, and Martha. Okay, can I say a word about Martha? Martha, will you stand up? I'm sorry, you gotta stand up. Martha R. has been leading the Homeless Services Network for well over a decade. We would not be here, none of the nonprofits would be here without Martha's fearless leadership. And if you've ever heard her speak, I am not a Martha, and I don't sing either. For any of those people that have heard her talk before. But how we partner is very specific. We partner on the front end. We have so many nonprofits that are taking care of people stuck in poverty. Maybe it's through domestic abuse. It might be Safe House. It might be Angels of Mercy. It might be Dave's House. It might be the Sharing Center. What they do is they refer their clients to Housing for Us. And we work together to ensure we're setting these people up for success, that these are people that will thrive. And the results are showing on our first unit. With everybody there stable, everybody's income increasing. But while they're housed there, we continue to partner with nonprofits for future success of our residents. So Habitat for Humanity is a huge one. Lori, can you wave, please? So we offer, through Habitat Humanity's generous time, is they actually come on site and do one-on-one financial counseling. They are getting our residents set up for home ownership. We have one, right? Maybe two that are so ready, I just got to get them to build the houses. So, Penny, I'll let you talk next. No, that's okay. So thank you for the nonprofit partners. I would be remiss, Bob talked about the board, but can all my blue shirt people, if you're not standing, can you stand? Can you guys wave? I want to illustrate a point. So the point I want to illustrate is out of all those blue shirts, we have one part-time employee. This is a working board. This board contributes in every way. They contribute with their time, and they each have their own area expertise. Siobhan, real estate attorney. Craig, attorney also, fundraising extraordinaire. On and on, Jay. I mean, what can't Jay Zembower do? Sorry, I had to say that. But anyway, the point is, we are mostly a volunteer-run organization. And look what we can do when we bring the community together alongside the county and then bring in professionals that live in this area to make this place a better place. My favorite thing to talk about. We're about partnerships, but we're about the people that we support. So, should I do a quiz? No, I'm just going to tell you guys. Do you know that 1 in 3 people that call Seminole County their home are one life event away from homelessness? Guys, 1 in 3. Look around. This is not some fuzzy data. United Way does a national report every year. Last night I pulled up the 2025 report. Literally 34% of the people that live in Seminole County, it's larger for Orange and Osceola, which we'll be moving into, but 34% of the people that reside here are on that precipice of homelessness. That is the demographic that we serve. These people are going out every day and working. They don't qualify. I don't know where the rest of my notes are. Okay. Sorry, this could go on for a long time, folks. Lost my notes. But these are your child care workers. These people work at Advent Hospital, construction companies. I'm just off the top of my head thinking of some of our current residents and what they do. They make this community a better place for us to live. So Central Florida Home for Good, we believe that it is incumbent of all of us to come together and support this community. So I'd love to invite you all back sometime to get to know the residents, because they are my superheroes. They are the reason I do what I do. The first construction was not easy. Built it during the pandemic. Again, GC decided he was done when it wasn't done. And some days I thought, what am I doing? But then I remembered about the single mom that was waiting for housing, that was living in a hotel with 3 kids, who was trying to do her work online, who was trying to school her kids online. I said, are you kidding me? But these people inspire me every day to do what I do. And they're the ones, if you guys want to learn how to be resilient, industrious, they're smart, I hang out with them. They make me a better person. I'd like to introduce you to one of them. Kayana, would you like to read it, my love? Kayana. Excuse me? Oh my gosh, this is my baby. So I'm going to, Kayana's one of our superheroes, and she wants to tell you about her journey. And Sarah is new on our team, and she's going to share a little bit too, guys. You can stand beside her, Sarah.
Okay. Hi, it's a lot of people. In healthcare, it's easier to talk to patients than it is to talk to a whole crowd of people. Sorry if you heard my monitor going off, it was my Dexcom. My name is Kiana McFarland. I want to share a little of my journey with you today. Okay, I might go a little bit off script. I know I summarized, but I want everything to come from, I like to have things. So, I'm from Jamaica, and the country that I come from is great, and my parents made a sacrifice for me to come over here. I was able to go to school, I was able to do a lot. My growing up was not easy. Some of which I won't talk about, but it was hard. And I thought my way out was through the Army. I got hurt. And when your only option is over, you wonder, what are you supposed to do? I lost a baby. I'm sorry, my monitor going over again. I lost a baby, but then I gained my daughter, Calicia. I went to school. I became a medical assistant because I knew I wanted to go into healthcare. I had a job that was estimated to make $50,000 a year, but my child started to develop health issues. We would go into the hospitals a lot, and I would have to take time off of work. The very thing that I thought would stabilize my life, I no longer had. I was living with family, but that became not something that was feasible. So I was bouncing from couch to couch, which is hard to admit, but I did what I had to do to make sure I kept my child out of the system. It reached to a point where she kept getting sick too much. So I had to make the decision to take her out of daycare. I did not have the resources, nor did my family have the resources to support me fully. I did not have my mom because she was still back home. I reached out to Family Promise of Greater Orlando, who was in connection with Kim's organization. And within an instant, I found out that I had qualified for the VAP program. I got a call to come up here immediately, and I did. As soon as I saw the complex and we were driving, I saw a playground. I saw a lake that I could walk by when I need to take a break when it's being overwhelmed as a mom. And as soon as I walked in, it was fresh. There was AC, and I knew that I would be able to do what I had to do. I was also pregnant, high risk at the time. You keep pushing forward. At the time, I was not employed because I resigned from my job and I was still trying to find income. But sometimes you get hit with a wall, and I was in a car crash. I lost the one thing that I had put my all into. I never knew that Kim was still looking for me. I was still a resident, but I was still stuck down south because that's where my doctors were. And if you work in healthcare, you know it's very hard in your second trimester, high risk, to find providers in another county because some of them don't like to take that risk. I found out from my neighbor that Kim was looking for me. Like, I still was a resident here, but I was trying to find my way back up here. And when she found out, she immediately got in contact with me, and I was already on my way back up. She provided items for my daughters. She comforted me while I was going through my process for finding out services for my daughter. And she supported my journey of being able to see my mom. I've always just wanted stability. Stability is key. When you have stability, you could do anything. So it's a cystic fibrosis gene mutation, which is rare for African American kids. And she has asthma, and she was recently diagnosed with autism fully. Sorry, my anxiety is getting at me. Life has changed. Ms. Kim and her team have stepped in and supported me. I now work for a large hospital corporation. I would say what it is, but I don't know if I'm supposed to. It values my Christian background. I guess I gave it away. And after many years, I have my mom back in my life. When I mean Miss Kim was adamant on it, I mean every time I saw her, she's like, "Is your mom here yet? I need to meet her. Where is she?" For me, this program is not about housing. It's about dignity. And I lost my dignity. I have it back. It's clean, it's safe, it's a healthy home, and I have a community that cares. It's going off again. It's probably malfunctioning. I have a rough past, but I want better for my kids. Thank you. And because of Central Florida Home for the Good, I finally believe that better is possible. Sorry. I also wanted to say something else. It took a lot of courage to come up here and talk. I don't like to share my past. I don't like to share my present. I'm now able to go to school and finish. I wanted to be a nurse. I've been trying to be a nurse for years. Do I want to be one anymore? No. I want to be a respiratory therapist because that's something that will benefit my children. I now have time to focus on me. Miss Kim asks about my kids, but she asks about me as a person. And anyone that's a mom here or has, daughters that are moms, and with everything going on, you know that at some point we lose sight and focus of ourselves. And Kim always reminds me, I matter. Take a break. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's normal. I didn't feel that was normal. Sorry, I'm emotional. Oh my God. I matter. And once you figure out that you matter and you see that it's okay to be depressed, it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and it's okay to reach out for help. I'm gonna be honest with you, Kim. A mom came here, what was it, yesterday, Mom, when I came from work? And she came here looking at the sign and she was like, I'm in a predicament. I said community resources. And I pointed out some resources, including the one that helped me to get to where I'm at. And I said, if you don't reach out and you don't see what's right in front of you, you never know what you can get. And if I had known and did more research, I would have been in a better place a lot sooner. I will tell you this. I'm not going to say how much I'm making now. I still got to get to where I have to get to be the place that I want to be. But I went from only having $10,000 a year estimated to make $50,000 just from loss of income to now being able to get back my own vehicle. Expensive. They're expensive. Now being able to buy the things that I want for my child. Mommy, I want a stuffy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it for you. Central Home for the Good makes a difference. And to the families that are gonna be getting their keys when they get it and stepping in, just remember that every struggle and everything that you've been through in your life led you to here. And remember to never forget your past, because your past will help push you forward. Never stop aiming for your dreams. Your dreams can be reality. No matter who puts you down or you fall, get up 3 times more and do it. I've always been told I'm called Smiley at my old job. I smile. You don't even know I'm depressed. Because you never know who you come across. Person, patient, anybody. Your smiling can change their life, their mood. They're gonna be like, why are you happy? They're gonna be like, I have life. I'll leave it one thing that I've always said to patients and anyone I come across. Find one good thing about your day. Continue finding something good. Oh, I walk across the street and I didn't fall, And at the end of the day, you're gonna look back and you're gonna see that your day wasn't that bad. You found something good. You woke up this morning. You know what I mean? Life is precious. Children are precious. So I hope that with everything concludes, volunteer, spread the word, and make a difference. There are people who don't want to speak up for themselves and need the help. And you could change their lives. Thank you, Kim, for doing what you do.
Thank you for inspiring.
Thank you for not judging my child as others have. Thank you for checking on me and making me realize that I matter.
You're worth it. You're so worth it.
You did great. You did great. I'm going to go see why the sponsor is going on.
Guys, this is Bob's fault, but I forgot to mention a very big partner that made this happen. Madev, can you guys raise your hands? Okay. Listen carefully. Nonprofit partners, if you got bored, I need you to listen to me. Get their card before you leave today. We broke ground and completed 9 months. 9 months. I cannot say enough good things about them. So I'm serious. Get their card. I want to keep them for myself, but you guys are my partners, and we all succeed together, right? So, Andrea, thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for saying.
Father Blewett, would you join me? So there's really no words to speak after that, right? This is why we're all here. But we're here because of the grace of God. We've thanked all of the volunteers. We've thanked all of the residents. We've thanked the elected officials. We thank the teams that do this for a living. And now it's time to thank God.
She took my folder.
I know, I'm sorry, I was using it as there you go, my love.
She told me to be sure to be here on Wednesday, excuse me. And I said, yes, dear, I will be there. Mike, you know what that means. You know what that feels like. But anyway, she invited me, and I didn't know I was going to be the closing act here, but I can basically get away with whatever I say. And the first thing she said was, please say something nice about me. Not a chance. I could be here all day, because I've known this lady for a number of years, a good many years, and we've soldiered together in so many different ventures that nothing like this yet, but maybe some more. So today, I wonder where I'd start in saying that if the world and if Seminole County had 100 people like him, this county would be in great shape. And the leaders are pretty good. You know, you guys are. These guys are pretty good. Mrs. You know, Jay Zembower's in on this too. So we give thanks. She's here because she heard the big guy say, "Come to me, all you who are weary and find life burdensome, and I will refresh you." Anything complicated about that? It's pretty clear. Come to me, all you who are weary, and she's got them, and she keeps having them, and she's going to have some more. So I would give thanks today for Kim and for all of the people that made this happen. She didn't do it by herself, but all those who made it happen. Amazing adventure. We give thanks for the life-giving power of kindness. The life-giving power of kindness. Think about that for a moment. And that's what this is all about, the life-giving power of kindness. And pray that those whose lives have been touched, that forever will be grateful. And I close by honoring the one who gives us everything. My favorite quote is this: honoring the one who gives us everything by taking care of those who are less fortunate is as good as it gets. This is as good as it gets. Thank you all so much for making it happen, okay? All right.
Thank you, Father Blewett. And we are going to pull this off before it starts raining. So the last thing that we have to do is to cut the ribbon. Only people that we didn't thank are the people that organized this event and do such a great job at doing it, and that's the public relations team, the national award-winning public relations team from Seminole County government. And they are going to order us around now so that we do this well. So grab, those of you that are grabbing scissors, let's do this thing.
Like you're going to cut the ribbon. We are not going to cut the ribbon though. We're just going to smile and pose for all the cameras real quick. So we're going to do that right now on my count. Everybody right here. In 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're actually going to cut the ribbon. So same countdown, 3, 2, 1, then we'll go, okay? All right, on my count, in 3, 2, 1. Woo!